2, 3.
5 points. I'm not sure they have 5 points now. This is it. 4.5.
0.52, sorry.
4.5. So these are the versions they have there.
4.52 is like it's the latest now.
So this one, all this one people have on their platform is 4.51.
Okay.
I'm not using the one I installed, so I have it on my system also. This is it. For this one, I installed this one 5 months ago. So once you open it, click on file, then new file, then add scripts. So do that for me. So add scripts. So this will be writing our scripts. This will be writing your scripts.
Source editor.
So then you can execute. This is where you execute. Run. You can use Control Enter. So if you want to save, click on File. You can save as. So when we get to part of importing, I'll show you how to import data. So I'm not there yet. Then this view, this code, plot, sections, build, debug, profile. This one you may not have all this one. I'm not sure. Check. Then tools. Under these tools, you can change the background, the way the background is showing. If you don't like this background, you can use a global option. I use global option, then appearance. So you can change the thing. If you don't like the one you have, change it. So you have to use the one you see very well. I use white. That my white is okay. So. I think this one I'm using check is okay. It's okay. The file name is showing on title 1, so let's rename it.
You said use the white too.
Save as intro. So,
Mr. Dan,
you can see my test.
Can you use the white?
You can use white now. Can't you see my test?
The white on top is faint too.
My own screen?
Yes.
Who else is not seeing the white on my screen?
I'm seeing it, but it's faint.
Faint. Like.
Then we can continue.
You know me, I don't fancy color. I'll just show you. So I'm showing you that I can change it. Don't look at these colors. Global option. Oh. So let's look at the intro. Some of the things we are going to be doing is something you're already familiar with. So just straight to the point. I want to send the outline. Oh, no. Okay, it's like the last system I use for it. The last system I use for it. And that put it stuff. Okay, I'll send that stuff later on. That's it. I want to send us the guide, so I'll send that later on. So some basic things you need to understand in R is that in Python, who can remind us Python assignment operator? Anybody? Anybody? So for Python, we use equal sign that you're used to as the assignment operator. Let me increase this font size. So we use equal sign in Python. We also use equal sign with R, but the most common one is the less than. This, instead of using this equal sign as the assignment, you can use this less than, then hyphen as the operator. So the R programming is a language, it's a programming language and software environment. It's specially designed for statistical computing. So the R is designed for statistical computing, data analysis, and visualizations. So there are some key features in R. Some key features. We have the data manipulation, then we have the statistical modeling, then we have data visualization, and it also supports it has support for machine learning, and also have ability to integrate with Excel, SQL, and web source. That is for R. So we'll be learning some of the basic syntax of R. Like I said before, I started the assignment operator in R. For example, can say A sign 3. So how do we execute it? And say print A. You alight, then run. You must alight and run to make it active. So you say A is what? A is 3. So this assignment, you can also do assignment operator like this. A equals, let's use 4. A equals 4, print A. Then you alight it. Then control enter. So you can see that showing that A is what? A is 4. So the assignment operator, we should know that you use it to assign values. Assign values to a variable. Use the assignment to assign values to a variable. So R can take the equal sign or make use of the less than and hyphen. So either of these, any of these two can be used for assignment operator. Any question? So like I said before I start, I said the Python is a powerful open source programming language and software environment specially designed for statistical computing. So most people that uses this is statisticians, but data analysis uses also. So data analyst and visualization. So we can use it for creating charts and so on. So I will send the write-up later on. Then what we are going to look at from the outline, which I will send to you again, we have the introduction, which just explain now. Introduction to R. So what we are doing today. Then you should be able to tell me what R is. What is R? Programming. Then you can say, I will say that you know how to install it. Who does not know how to install it? It's very easy to install now. So don't forget, you need to install R, then RStudio. You need it too. You can't use only RStudio for it. You cannot use just RStudio for it. You have to install R, then the RStudio. Understand? So without the R, the studio will not function. Okay, so the studio will not function. So we'll be looking at the basic syntax of R. The basic syntax. So this will be our first class. So we'll look at variable and assignment. You already know the assignment operator. So I told you that you can use the equal sign also. Told you that I can use the equal sign also. So in R programming, as I told you, you assign a value which equals assignment operator. So let me take another example. Let's say name. We have data science. Then we have course. Okay. This will be course, then name. We have Daniel. Course. We have data science. So score assign 95 points. 5. So notes, you can
You can carry it from, don't worry.
also use equals, but R, the R stands so that when you use equal sign, you don't say my equal sign work. Why not using equal sign? R. So you can also use the equal sign, but R standard is what is the less than an hyphen. Less than an hyphen. That is the standard. That is standard of R.
This that this. Do you know what? Can you open it from outside and lock it? Yeah, thank you. So something is wrong with that door. Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
So next, variable. So variable simply means, or you can say variable is is a name that store a value. Simply a name that store a value. That is variable. So, or you can say variables is the storage location in a program that hold values. Example, text, numbers, etc. So variables, they are containers for storing data values. I can say it like that. Variables are containers for storing data values. So this is a variable. The cost is a variable. Name is a variable. Then score is a variable. Then the values, Daniel is value. Data science is value. The score is value. This one is value. So you should be able to differentiate the variable and the value. And this less than an hyphen is assignment operator. So is the assignment operator. So,
Just this. Oh, no, look at the
variable storage location in program that holds a value. So it can be number, text. So it can be Boolean, depending on it can change. Full stop. Gross power. Gross power. Press on where? That know you. Oh, a bathroom. So let's move on. So who can tell us the rules of variable in R?
It must start with a number.
Okay,
Then
variable must start
it
with
start with an
number.
icon or like a character, question mark, just the character hash. Then it should always start with the letter.
Okay. So a variable does not start with what? With numbers. You can't start a variable with a number. So we have the rules of variables, more rules of variables. You cannot start a variables with underscore. You understand? You can start with underscore, but in Python, don't forget in Python you can start variable with underscore. So Python, you can start it with underscore, but R, you can use full stop to start a variable. That is period. You can use period to start a variable. You can use period to start a variable.
It's full stop period.
Yeah.
Period like PERIOD.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the rules of variables, and variables names are case sensitive. You should know that also. And in R, reserved words cannot be used as variable. At least you should be able to know what I'm saying. It's related to Python. Reserved words, example of reserved words: true, false, null, if. Those are reserved words. So they cannot be used as variable name. So somebody should answer one or two questions on this. So I'll move on to the next. Why do we use variables? You can tell us. One. Why do we use variables? It's all this I've
For
mentioned.
reference. For
Hmm?
reference.
For
For
reference.
ref.
For reference. Variable.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like once you assign it, so you can easily like the pattern
Huh? What do you say? I continue, continue.
I said, will you please paste it on the Google Play Store because I'm not seeing your screen. That's why I've been trying to log out and log in again. I don't know why I'm not seeing your screen.
Maybe it's your network. Check, maybe it's your network.
Yes, I guess so.
So,
Okay,
number
to
one,
maybe to store values, then
store data. Two, to reuse value.
mm,
To make programs easier to reach and
you can use it to maybe perform
perform
calculations too.
calculation. So these are some of the reason why we use what variables. Some of the reason why we use variables. So next, on that same variables, we have concatenate. So concatenate should not be a new topic to us. Concatenate elements. So how do we concatenate elements? You can use concatenate to add one or two elements together. You can use to join one or two elements together using paste function. So you can use paste function, you can use comma. Let's look at example under concatenate elements. Data, data, then we have Python. Well, Python pastes. Use servlet. Python pastes. So Python programming.
Mm.
So don't forget concatenate, join, to or more words, elements. Concatenate, join, to or more elements. So what we use now is using paste function. So next, using comma. Using comma. X. Don't forget I can use equal sign. So in case I use equal sign, don't ask me why am I using equal sign. I've explained that you can use equal sign or use less than, then hyphen. So let's say we have I want to do the same thing I did before. Right, then Y, then programming. So we can do using comma, paste X, comma, Y. So you can also use it to add numbers together. Like using plus, you can use plus to join numbers. Don't use space, use plus. Want to join numbers.
So that means paste is only for text.
For text. So you cannot use plus 2 to do numbers and text together. To give you error. Okay. For instance, if I 6 plus A assign 4 B assign 7, then A plus B. So on. So the common way to concatenate, in case you see something like this, let me just show you. Numbers. I'm gonna put it here. Most common way to concatenate elements. So none, then C, and comma 20, comma 30, comma 40. Print none. This one. This for combining numbers for tests. Name. John. Mary. Yellow. Pizza. Thing. This for text. Prince. Name. Please concatenating text. For logical. For logical. X. Then C. Then true. Concatenate. True. Comma. False. So that is logical. So next, multiple variables. So multiple variables are separated storage names, each holding its own value, each holding its own values. So I've explained that earlier on, something like this. Where is that stuff? So this one means assigning values one by one. So you are assigning, variables. You are assigning variables one by one. Then we also have assigning multiple variables in one line. You can assign multiple variables in one line. This one I've just showed you now is assigning variables line by line. Please take notes. Please assigning variables line by line. Or one by one, not line by line, one by one. Assigning variables one by one. So the next one is somebody should give me an example on how to do assigning variables. Multiple variables in one line. You can give us an example of this. Assigning multiple one line. So we have x, and I have 10, semicolon, then y, 20, semicolon, z, then 30. So let's print x. X is 10. Y is 20. Z is 30. Assign the same value. Assign the same value to multiple variables. Are you done? So next, data type. So variables can store data of different types. We have different types of data types in. We have the numbers, there is numeric, we have integer, we have complex, character, and logic. That's the logical function. I'm going to show us an example of each of them, one after the other. So for numeric, when we talk about numeric number, talk about numeric number. Numeric. So who can give us numeric?
want to join.
Which numeric? So how do you confirm that it's numeric?
We use type function.
Type is for Python.
Hmm?
Python. I'm not doing Python. Use class. Numeric. So use class. So anytime I want to check the type, use class.
Okay.
So for integer, around the integer.
Sorry,
Use,
Mr. Dan.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, continue.
I've seen type. Is it type off or something? I've seen it in R.
You say what?
I said I've seen maybe type or type off or something in R.
There are functions there now. There are many functions now.
And it still gave the class.
There are many functions there.
Okay.
So, but to check type, variable name, use class. Python, use type. So depending on the function you're trying to do, what you're trying to do with it, you can still try use type. I've not used type. I don't use type in R. You try it to work, but to check it, basically, it's class. So, then integer. Who can give us example of integer? Integer.
Like 10, 12.
Yes. No. 10L. Without the letter L, it's not an integer. So that is how you declare integer. If you do not put the letter L, it's not an integer. If you use only 10, it's not integer. So class, use class to check class A, showing that it's integer. So let's remove the L. Let's see. So print and type. You see that's first for numeric. So the letter L declare it as integer.
Okay.
So next, complex number. Complex. Example of complex. Y. Then 4i. So the I declares as what? The I is imaginary parts. The I you're seeing there is imaginary parts. Print Y. So also check the class Y.
Can you use another letter like B, C?
No, you can use another letter. Y.
I.
You can use I.
Only I.
Okay. Yes, I.
Sorry. What if we have like maybe we want to check for the class of 40 plus 5? It won't give complex, right?
It's not complex now. You must add the imaginary part of it. So to add the imaginary part is letter I. On Python is L, which is like L on Python. So character.
Mr. Now, please, I have a question. What do you use to run? Is it Control Enter? I mean, Shift Enter. Which one is it again, sir?
Control Enter.
Control Enter. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So class of this is character. So the last one from the data types, please. It's logical. Logical / Boolean. C. Then true. Class C. Logical. Any question? So we have operators which I want to show us. Operators in R. Operators in R, arithmetic, logical, comparison operators. So under arithmetic, we have what are the signs you know under arithmetic?
Plus, minus.
A,
Plus.
B, have A
plus
plus B.
B
That's what? Addition
addition.
plus B. Subtraction. A.
A times B. A divided by B slash B.
Then it's okay. That's some of the basics around. Thank you. Then for comparison, let's use the same number.
We are using greater than plus greater than 9.
Then A less than B less than B. Then A greater than B. A. What sign is this?
Equals to
Equals to A. What sign is this?
not equals to.
Okay. So what's that? So I have logical. So I have logical. We have and or not. And or not. So x is 10, y is 20. So let's do and. Let's see. X greater than 5. And y less than 30. What will it return? What do you think it will return?
Yes. Yeah, it will return true.
Y true.
X is greater than 5. X is 10. Then Y is 20. So
Okay.
Y is less than 30.
Next, x greater than 15. Or for those that are not talking in this class, know that you don't ask me question. 20. Then what is this? What will this one return?
True.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's all. So Y is equal to 20. So it must fulfill one condition.
Okay. So true, false. true, false. So based on what I wrote down, like that is the last part. So they are basic syntax, variable, assignment operator, data types, then operators. We just did that now. So this will be your next class. I mean, so next class, next topic. When do we start? 8:30 now.
Yes.
So it should be 10:30. So this is our next topic. Data structure. But before we move to data structure, I will explain some things first. Then this is what you'll be doing under data structure. So if statements, before we move on to this one. So conditions and if statements. So we'll do that before we do the data structure. So some of us have done Excel. I say some of us, all of us have done Excel. Nobody's just doing this stuff for the first time. So you're familiar with Excel. So condition. So the conditions allows your program to make decision based on true or false results. So the conditions allows your program to make what? To make decision. Allows you to make decision. Then we start with the if statements. So if statements are used when you want R to run some codes, only when the condition is true. Are you ready? So the syntax of if statements. You know what I mean by syntax now? Formulas. Okay. So we have a if condition, then code to run if condition is true. Example, age 18 if age greater than equals 18, then first block prints you are an adult. So the person is an adult. So that is for if statement, just single condition. So next, if else. So use this when you want to run one block if the condition is true and another block if it's false. So that's when you need to use if else. So the syntax of if else function so you have if condition, true block, else false block. So let's start. Score 40, this is the condition. If score greater than equals 50, print pass. Else print fail. So what do you think it will return based on this condition?
It will be fail.
Okay. So next. So this one is used for multiple condition. Multiple condition. So if condition hash code, else if condition 2 hash code, else then the code. So this is for multiple conditions. For multiple conditions. Are you ready? Mark 70 is the condition. Then the first they say if condition. So what is the if condition for the first one? And say if mark greater than equal to 80, then print A. We've done the first one, then else if mark else if mark greater than equal to 60. Another block, print B. Print B. Then next, another SA, that is multiple condition. Mark greater than equal to 50. Another block, print C. Then else. Let's see.
Yes, B.
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 So that is multiple condition. Yes. While loop. So a while loop in R is used to repeat a block of code as long as the condition remains true. It keeps running until the condition becomes false. So you can have infinite looping if you're not careful. If you do not add the increment, you have issue. So be careful when running this while loop. Make sure you have the increment. Add increment to it. You understand? If you not add increment to it, you're going to have continuous looping. And you know what continuous looping does? It means that you have to shut down your laptop before you can use it again. If you're using this software, you have to close down that software before you can use it again. Otherwise, it will be running continuously and you cannot stop it. So, the syntax for while loop. So, while condition, then code to run. Let's take example. Print a number from 1 to 5. Can somebody do that for me? Don't do continuous looping. I cannot send you. Print numbers from 1 to 5. Who can try it for us? Y I less than equal to 5. Then print I. Then let's add the increment to it. So we need to increase I plus 1. So you can see that print 1 to 5. So this one means it's starting. This one is starting. I assign 1. This is starting. Then print, that is the value to print. The value to print. Then increment, that is this one. We're increasing it by 1. You know increments now, you say 1, 2, 3, 4. When you say 2, 4, 6, 8. Do you get? That's what I mean by that.
Please, Mr. Dan, can you scroll up? I want to see the partition model. As long as the condition remains for true. Okay.
So you use break to stop the loop early. So you can stop the loop early. If you use break, you can stop the loop early. I. What does it mean now? If you stop it at where?
That's 5.
Yeah, break. Okay, I plus 1. vector with nests so that you can skip. Instead of break, you can skip. Are you done with that?
Okay.
Wait. Print I. So you can skip 3. So if it's I equals 3, you skip it. For loop. So looping is used when you want to repeat a block of code. You want to repeat a block of code a specific number of times. That's for loop. So you can use it when looping sequence, vector, list, and character. For loop. We have 20 minutes more. 20 minutes, 10 minutes. For loop. So it is mainly used to loop sequence of vector, list, and character. Then the syntax of it, for variable in sequence, then code. So let's try something. For a in 1:5, then semicolon, curly brace, print a. It can be any letter. So I say Mr. Daniel is using a. It can be any letter. So you can see that it loop it, print it out one after the other. So you can also loop through a vector. Who can give an example of a vector? I know I've not taught you vector, but I've used it now. I've used it in this class. You can loop through a vector. means, let's see, why not done this thing today?
Mm-hmm.
So it's vector John. For bracket A is x for now go this name. For x in names, for x in name, print x. So that is that. Look through it one by one. Also look, print even numbers. Using this to print even numbers. What is
So,
something?
Miss Adam, question. What's the
Yeah.
difference between for loop and while loop?
You see what?
What's the difference between for loop and while loop, and when do you use them?
Okay. For loop it iterates the data and print it out one by one. You know, if I say you should print this, it will come in a straight form like a row.
Okay,
So
yes.
for loop will bring it out. Why while loop will go inside the data and we use it to loop in numbers, like number, until you tell it to stop.
Until you give it a condition.
Yes.
Can you loop through a text?
No, don't loop.
Just only numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
For while loop, for while loop.
It can't loop through text, right?
No. Can't use it through text. The numbers, then sum. Can use it to sum values.
Okay.
Then, but for loops, can use it for numbers, then print it one by one. That is for loop.
Okay.
So for even number, so what are even numbers? You know,
2, 4, 6, 8.
for num in, let's give it a range. Even number 1 ratio 20. Then if none, none, so percentage 2 equals 0. Print none.
Sorry,
Zero,
Miss Morgan. The,
0 to, yeah.
the double percentage, that's modulus now.
So what?
This double percentage, right?
Yes, double percentage.
Okay. That's how it's represented in R, right? That's how it's represented in R.
Yes.
Modulus.
So the double percentage means modulus.
You said
Modulus, yes.
modulus.
Gives modulus, yeah. Gives the
Remainder.
remainder after division, yes. I just said. Gives remainder after division.
Sorry, boy, in Python is just 1%.
Yes, 1%. No, Python is 2.
It's 2.
Yeah, it's 2. It's 2. So that's this one I'll stop. Don't forget, I'll give you what you're going to do next class. So this is what we're having next. Data structure. So everything you're seeing here is under the data structure. The vector, matrix, the list, data frame. So they're on that data structure, just like your NumPy. So they are similar. They have similarity. So in NumPy, you have data. You have a data frame also. You have dictionary. You have lists. You have a tuple. So
Okay.
stop.
Mr. Dan, can you drop this script?
I'm dropping it. I see.
Mr. Dam, I want to ask if you are done doing this, do you have to save, or is it just like Python that saves on its own?
Huh?
Do you have to save this, like the whole thing when you are done?
Yes.
This
Okay.
one. Until,
Okay, is that what you are doing?
This one I'm using online. I'm not using the offline.
Okay. But you're saving what you've done so far.
Yes.
Yes, cloud.
So is it the same way you save it with offline on?
Yeah, it's the same way.
Okay.
Okay, still worried. So maybe next class.
Okay, please, you can send the video to us too, please, because I wasn't able to do
And
anything.
the platform.